Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel F. Today we are going to explain Revenge of the Iron Bloodhound Part 2. So let's start the video without wasting any time. He moved the blade with two soft hands. It is said that children from some prestigious families take things that help them in the future, but children from the Baskerville family have to grab the blades that threaten their future from the first birthday. Spitpot jick jick, the blade cut through his skin. Every time he squeezed between the blades with force, a burning pain rushed through his whole body. But it didn't matter. This level of pain is something he had become accustomed to after living as a hunting dog for the past few decades. Moreover, the deeper the wound, the better, so that the water of the sticks can permeate the body better. Victor knew all the secrets, legends, myths, and ghost stories of the Baskervilles. That's why he knows how to make the most of the river sticks. The child's soft body is led to hell by the hound's hardened soul. The blood flowing from his body and going down the ramp indicated the straight route and the shortest distance to go forward. Victor continued to crawl in the direction as he continued to bleed. And soon, he reached the holy ground of the Baskervilles. River Styx flowing through the swamp. When you soak in this place, your body becomes as hard as steel and your soul becomes extremely strong. Victor threw himself into the river in his fetal position, with a plop, heavy. It was as painful as if I had been submerged in boiling molten iron, water hot enough to steam up. Having fallen here with countless stabs all over her body, there was no doubt that it would not be painful. But Victor endured the pain of being boiled, and he waited. The waters of the Styx permeated through the cuts, torn and bursting wounds. Yet, the body began to change. The water of Styx, which permeated through the wounds and penetrated into the bones and intestines, was transforming Victor's body from 1 to 10. It's definitely different. Victor was amazed that his good start could make such a dramatic difference. The body of the previous life was tough and seasoned, but it was still small and thin compared to the others. Since the bones themselves were weak, there were limits to attaching muscles, and since the mana paths were narrow, there were clear restrictions on raising the aura. But his brothers were different. Tall, thick bones, and a wide mana veins. It is different in talent, quality, and starting line. In his previous life, Victor almost came out of the Tower of Swords in last place. So he couldn't properly enjoy the effect of the river Styx, because all of his brothers had already absorbed that power. Since then, due to his background as an illegitimate child and poor talent, he has been given only the last rank every time. When others ate healthy food, wore the best stuff, slept in comfortable beds, he ate dirty scarps, wore shitty clothes, slept in dirty places. The achievements obtained by him were taken by his brothers. It was the same in the war with the demons. No matter how many demons he killed, the achievements always belonged to his father or half-brothers. There was little to no reward. It was not only the demons that had to be killed, but also his father's political enemies and humans. He had to spy, assassinate, espionage, ambush, and intimidate the entire 7 families, and in doing so, he raised Baskerville to the top of the 7 families. But what was the result? Execution. When the rabbit disappears and the hunt is over, there is no need for a hunting dog. Accused of conspiring with the demons, Victor was executed while bearing all the dirty sins of Hugo. His sin was only one, knowing too much. Victor gnashed his teeth. The teeth that started to grow in the mouth collided fiercely before he knew it. The water of the Styx rushed in following the fury that reached the marrow within the bones, and soon changed the bones thicker, the flesh tougher, and the mana barrel wider. Of course, the burning pain continued to creep in, but it didn't matter. Victor even started drinking water. He was thinking of strengthening the internal organs as well. He was thinking of an old legend passed down in the Baskervilles. A long time ago, there was an invincible warrior in Baskerville, right? The strongest swordsman who did not even get a single scratch on his skin, let alone a bone, even when hit by an axe. But his end was truly absurd. A poisoned arrow shot by a rival from another clan struck him in the heel, and he died from the after effects. It was because, when he was a baby, his nurse grabbed him by the ankles and dipped him upside down into the Styx, leaving a relatively weak spot where the water didn't reach because of the nurse's palms. It shouldn't have that kind of part. Victor did his best to stir himself in the river. He twisted his body as best he can, leaving no part untouched by the water. In the meantime, The wound opened and opened, but it was even better. Because the water can permeate well into the body. Bubbling. The blood drained out and his body started turning numb. He was out of breath and wanted to get to the surface as quickly as possible. But it can't be. The river Styx never accepts a child once it has left its arms. If only the head was exposed to breathe, only the head would no longer be protected. So Vikir desperately held on to the stone in the river. He continued to stir his arms so that the river water could touch the palm holding the stone. At that time, I hear faint voices in my ears. Young master, you must come out. If you stay submerged any longer, you will die. Oh my God, he might die like this. Get it, we have to pick him up. It looks like there was an uproar from above. Well, that's bound to be the case. Excessive greed becomes poison. It's good to strengthen the body, but shouldn't it be suffocating and dying, even? Son, come up now. The voice of Hugo Le Basqueville is also heard. But that voice only fuels Vikir's rage. Suwak. Vikir stood up. But he just didn't get up. Gulp. Drink the water of the river Styx in your mouth, to the very end. And, puha. As soon as you come up, breathe in the air to your heart's content. Vikir opened his mouth wide to breathe. Seeing him, Hugo Les Basqueville smiles brightly, which is rare. Ha ha ha, look at this guy. Didn't your teeth grow back then? Hounds boiled in boiling water exposed fangs.